Hello, second grade. I hope you're doing well today. And I'm excited for our second day of distance learning. For today's lesson, you'll need a pencil and a paper. If you look inside your learning pack, there are two composition notebooks and a yellow notebook, and you should be able to find many pencils inside your learning pack. So go ahead and grab one of those and let's get started. So for today's lesson, I want you to go back and listen to Stephanie's ponytail, and this time I want you to listen carefully and write down any words that you don't know. Then you will go to dictionary.com, which will be linked below, and I want you to try your best to find the definitions for the words that you don't know. Okay, if you haven't done that, go do that now and then come back. Okay, so today we're going to practice using our inferencing skills with our story, Stephanie's Ponytail. The first thing we're going to use to infer is the mood of the story. The author doesn't explicitly say the mood of this story is serious or the mood of this story is funny, but we're going to use the clues from the story to infer what the mood is. I want you to take a moment, and on your pencil and paper, I want you to write down your ideas for what the mood of this story is. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that. Great, second grade. Okay, so if you wrote down the mood of the story is funny or humorous, that is correct. And we can tell that, or we can infer that, because the story is so exaggerated, we know that it's meant to be funny. Another thing in this story I want to draw your attention to is the use of colorful language. So the author says, it looked like the broccoli was growing out of their heads. Does this help us understand? This type of writing helps us understand better because we can create a picture in our mind and we can understand even if we aren't seeing a picture. So this week in your writing, I want you to think of how you can use examples of colorful language that you can use in your writing to paint a picture in your reader's mind. We are going to talk about Stephanie as a character, and how do you think Stephanie felt when everyone copied her? We're going to use our skill of inferring because the author doesn't say Stephanie felt. I want you to take a moment and write down on your paper, what did the author want us to know about Stephanie and how she felt when everyone copied her? If you wrote that Stephanie felt annoyed or Stephanie did not like it, that's correct. We can tell that Stephanie did not like it because she changed it every day. After people copied her, she changed it. We also are going to infer about the other students and people at Stephanie's school. What can we infer about the other people at Stephanie's school and how? I want you to take a moment and write down, what can you tell me about Stephanie's classmates and Stephanie's teacher? If you wrote that they are followers or copycats, that's correct. The author never explicitly says that Stephanie's classmates are copycats, but we can tell by their actions that they're copycats. Or if you wrote that they are mean, that's also correct. We can tell by the words that they use that they are mean because they said ugly, ugly, ugly. And we know from our own experience, if someone calls us ugly, that's not nice. That's mean and it hurts our feelings. Great job, second grade. Okay, your work for Stephanie's Ponytail today is on Class Kick. When you're done with this video, you can go to Class Kick and start working on that. Okay, second grade, we're going to move on and continue talking about graphs. As you can see here, I have a tally chart. I collected my data today using a tally chart. A tally chart is a quick and efficient way to collect data. The question I had is, what is your favorite dessert? I took a survey. I asked people their favorite dessert. If they said cupcakes, I put a mark here. If they said brownies, I put a mark here, and so on. So we're going to practice making a graph. I want you to keep your paper, turn it over, start a new page so we can make a graph together. The first thing we want to do for our graph is write a title. My question was, what is your favorite dessert? So we're going to make the title very similar. My title is going to be favorite desserts. Favorite desserts. Great. So the next thing we need to do is look at the data. We can see that cupcakes got 10, brownies got 4, ice cream got 5, and cake got 1. So our biggest number is 10. When we're constructing our graph, we want to keep that in mind. So we are going to draw a big L shape. Go ahead and draw a big L shape with me. We said that our biggest number was 10 and our smallest number was 1. We know that right here would be 0, and so we are going to go ahead and make our numbers and our labels. We're going to number all the way up to 10. Now, if you're using lined notebook paper, it will be helpful if you put one number in one line. Okay, so now we are going to put our labels at the bottom. The answers were cupcakes, so I'm going to write cupcakes, brownies, ice cream, and cake. Great. My handwriting's a little messy. I hope yours is better than mine. Okay, so for each category, we're going to use a different color. So for cupcakes, I'm going to use purple. I'm going to double check my data. I can see that cupcakes got 10 votes. So I'm going to be very careful, and I'm even going to erase a little bit of my title because I didn't do very good planning. Cupcakes got 10 votes, so I'm going to go all the way up to the 10, make a line, and back down. And I'm going to color it in. So cupcakes is done. Then with orange, I'm going to do brownies, and brownies got 4 votes. So I'm going to go up to the 4, over, and color it in. I think I'm going to use blue for ice cream, and ice cream got 5 votes. Go up to the 5 and color it in. And I'm going to do the same thing for cake, but in the color red. And cake only got 1 vote. Great. Okay, so now we're going to look at our graph and we're going to answer some questions about it. Go ahead and write number 1. Which dessert was the favorite, or which dessert got the most votes? Yes, cupcakes. Cupcakes got the most votes. Which dessert got the least amount of votes? Cake. How many people voted in all? So what you need to do for this, we know in all means to add. So we need to add 10 plus 4 is 14. 14 plus 5 is 19. And 19 plus 1 is 20. So 20 people voted in all. Great. The next question is, how many more people chose ice cream than brownies? We know the words how many more mean to subtract. We know 5 people chose ice cream and 4 people chose brownies. And 5 minus 4 is 1. Perfect. Great job, 2nd grade. Okay, go on over to Class Kick and work on your assignment for today. Goodbye.